All right, well, you could argue his kickboxing is as good as anyone's in this division, but this is a mixed martial arts fight, and you got to think that a lot of people in this division are going to try to put him on his ass.
Well, you have to. If you're standing with this guy, if you're stuck on your feet fighting this man, you're constantly in trouble. So you've got to give him mixed looks. But I'm going to tell you, he has been very impressive in this regard. He has shown an ability to stay upright, defend takedowns just enough to give himself a chance. And because of that, he has had a lot of success at the start of his UFC career.
And he's brought in a lot of fans from the kickboxing world. So let's see if he can produce for all the masses watching around the world tonight. All right, so here he is, one of the greatest welterweights in UFC history, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. Some criticized maybe his risk mitigation late in that Leon Edwards fight, but this man is an offensive fighter. He's got every skill in the book, and we'll see which ones he chooses to employ here tonight.
It's crazy because when he came off the Ultimate Fighter, he was known as a bit boring. But him and Trevor Whitman have such a great partnership that they have developed a style that works for Kamaru, and it works at such an elite level. He got caught, but how does he bounce back? This guy, his jab is tremendous. He can knock you out with it. His wrestling and his top control is second to none. Kamaru Usman possesses all the skills in the world. How does he implement those skills tonight when he steps inside the octagon?
And one thing you never have to worry about, the output, the work ethic, one of the hardest workers in the room in the UFC, and he is at the height of motivation getting back on the proving ground tonight. Kamaru Usman steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. Our tail of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. All right, to get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffett.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Joaquin Buckley. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, early round action here, and keep an eye on that jab of Kamaru Usman, right? I don't have to tell a lot of you who are listening tonight that he has gone to great lengths to develop that with Trevor Whitman, and that has really helped him set up his takedowns. But he wants to box tonight. He feels like this matchup is a striking matchup for him. We'll see if he can put those words into action here tonight. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
Lands with the ground and pound here. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. he's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position.
Nice job to reverse position there on the ground, and now we'll see what he can do with the dominant position. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
All right, so he's got him in the north-south position now, DC. If you're the top fighter in this situation, what are you trying to do offensively?
I'm trying to force some sort of action from my opponent. You want him to turn to his knees, either give you the guillotine choke or allow you to try to chase the back. It's a tough position to control in, but there are options for finishes and are options for positional advancements if you're patient.
Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there.
Oh, that's big.
Oh, fighter lands a punch to the head out of the clinch position. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
Pretty good position here with the single collar in the clinch. Beautiful entry on the takedown for Kamaru Usman. Now we'll see what he can do with it. His ground and pound is outstanding. He's been more opportunistic with it of late. And you know, in terms of the cardio, few men can match it here in this UFC welterweight division. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Postures up now and lands a devastating strike to the head. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Good, solid strike on the ground. Under a minute now to go in the round.
Oh, he got to his spot.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Takes his back now. Lands the ground and pound strike. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through.
In the half guard.
Usman ground and pound from half guard now.
Big ground and pound.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. All right, so he gets back to his feet after that extended battle. Oh, picture perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect.
What a round!
Hey, stop!
That's what I'm talking about right there. He can't handle your striking. Just keep moving to your left. Just stay away from his power and just keep running.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
All right, round two. Able to land there with the straight left. Right on the button.
Now they separate.
Good defensive vision to block that punch.
Oh, nice takedown defense.
Usman goes for the takedown, he misses. Big power shot there. looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it. He closes the distance beautifully. He's got a single collar tie.
Well, we'll see if he can turn this defense into offense, but he's doing a great job blocking shots here tonight.
As of right now, he's thinking more defensively, and he's doing a great job of not taking any damage. Punch over the top.
DC, he is hurt.
What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement on that shot.
And mixes in a takedown. Why not? All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move the half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep. Beautiful transition.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
Look at him, he's setting up a choke now. Look at that, he's setting it up.
Oh, that guillotine choke is tight. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling. Oh, hang on a second, he escapes.
What a tremendous job. You saw his hands immediately go to the inside. Attack the lock, create some space, roll to your back, give up the mount, but live to fight another day.
Oh, and he lands another takedown here, just doing a nice job not telegraphing his shot, clean entries. He's got to like what he sees.
I mean, over and over, he gets to the legs before his opponent reacts. By beating him on the entry, now it's up to the opponent to keep up. But this guy's playing chess. His opponent's playing checkers. He's playing chess. He can't keep up once he gets to his legs. He's got to beat him defensively before he gets his hands locked around his legs or his body.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. 90 seconds to go in round two. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Usman.
Another strike gets through from the top position. He's got to be careful here.
Under a minute to go in round two. We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. Well, he big shots landed by him now.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Postures up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it? Posturing up. Oh, man, another strike gets through. This could be over soon. Oh, look out, folks. That is tight.
It looks like it's getting going. Knee on belly.
Final seconds here of round two. Oh, is he opened up now? Nasty cut on the bridge of the nose.
Good round.
All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward.
Your defense showed you know what you're doing, but you're being a little late.
All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. he's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good. And that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Kamaru Usman. Doing work with the jab there.
What a beautiful left punch that landed there.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. And there's the single. Nice strike from the bottom fighter there. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Usman going to work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. And the referee brings the fight back to its feet. No surprise there. Needed to see more action. Nice crack there. How about the accuracy to land right there? His opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurting bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Punch to the body is blocked. Usman gets the double leg takedown. Nice job there disguising his entry. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do you do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back to position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Well, on paper, it looked like a grappling advantage for him coming in, and largely, DC, that's the way it's played out. The takedowns, the ground control, he's got it all going tonight.
He's got it all going, J.A. This is a dream for him. The takedown early, the ground control.
Well, he's got his back now. Hard ground and pound shot there, and yes, it was hard, opening right up.
Nice. He's got to find a way back to his feet.
Oh, big shots from the top. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
All right, big storyline starting to develop here. That cut really starting to gap wide open as this fight continues.
And you can watch him, you see him. You can see it becoming his focus as he's popping him on that cut. And it's starting to open up more and more as the fight goes longer.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. 90 seconds to go. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. And very effective with the ground and pound.
Every time he lands, the cut gets worse. What a great job recognizing his easiest path to victory.
That was a slick transition. There it is, now he's on the mount.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
Great job landing from the top position.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Usman. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. And that'll do it. 15 minutes in the books.
Excellent. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. I need another one just like that. You won that round. No wavering. You keep the pressure. You stay focused.
All right, DC, we'll get a few clips of the damage done in that previous round. That eye continues to be the main target.
I mean, he is getting hit in this position, and it's all about now where is the cut? Is it above the eye? Is it below the eye? But every time you get hit in that area, it is going to sting, and the bleeding will then cause issues to your sight. He's got to change something.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Oh, my goodness, what a kick.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here and just continues to punish his opponent's body here in this round, just like he did in the previous round. Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cut man's gonna have some work to do if we get to the stool between rounds.
But that's why we got the best in the business. We got the best cut men in the business, and they are going to need him right now because this cut is getting worse, and it's only gonna continue to get worse because he has got a killer in front of him.
Really smart approach by the offensive fighter, badgering that cut. More blood by the minute.
If head movement wasn't important early, it's very important now because that cut has gotten a lot worse.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
All right, hammer fist here by Usman.
You see him put himself into the half guard? Like the control, yep.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Oh, good shot landed there from the bottom.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Kamaru Usman. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Let's work. Come on, I'll stand you up. Let's work.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
Yep, gotta be very careful there.
Relentless pressure from the top by Usman. Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Well, you can see a little bit of swelling in and around that left eye now. Oh, good ground and pound here. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Under 2 minutes now to go. So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. We got to start to watch.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Absolutely getting after it. Huge shots landing on both sides. Well, shades of Anthony Showtime Pettis against Tony Ferguson, just masked in blood. This is not looking good.
Yeah, it was like all Ferguson fighters, right? He would just destroy people, and that's exactly what he looks like right now. He looks like he has been on the receiving end of all the elbows thrown by Tony Ferguson. His cut is really bad.
Ground and pound, the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. Oh, another strike lands from the top.
He let him step over to the crucifix.
All right, so another nice strike by him there, and he continues to attack that cut. Pretty sage decision by him to target that area.
We always talk about his fight IQ, John. We talk about his ability to recognize his advantages. That's exactly what he's doing.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish,
Oh, he escapes!
he got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
15 seconds. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the nose, the one that you don't feel is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfect.
20 down, 5 to go. All right, well, if you like blood, and I do, this is the fight for you. Somehow we've made it to the stools, and both fighters are wearing it.
Yeah, I mean, the corner's going to have some work to do on that cut. He has been beat up in that round, but he has done his fair share of damage himself. This has been a very close fight.
All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
Don't worry about the cut. We got it under control. Just do not focus on the blood. Don't worry about the cut. Just protect it. You need to go after it.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Fifth and final round.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad. Big right hand.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
Well, an incredible fight thus far. Both fighters look like they could be finished at any time. If you wondered about the heart on either side, that question was answered tonight.
Nothing. There are no more questions in regards to these two fighters. Both of these men have been hurt. Both of these men are swollen. They're bloody. They're both, even know them, they're both willing and ready to continue this fight.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Well, the cut men have done everything that they can tonight, but these guys are handing out facials. This is crazy.
Yeah, these guys are going after it, man. Both of them. Both inflicting damage on each other. And both are dealing with it and trying to continue in this fight. This is a great fight.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Usman's back in full mount.
I can see the ringside position starting to get up because that cut has gotten to a very bad place.
This is where he wants to be.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Back mount now. Usman is able to flatten him out now. This could be real trouble now.
Great shot from the top position.
Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Usman's cut is only getting worse, making a nice donation to the canvas tonight. Working out of the half guard here.
Great ground and pound by this man.
All right, side control now. Usman's able to transition back to side control now.
Taking him out here.
It's getting really hard to watch him absorb shots on that eye. I wonder if the referee's thinking about calling in the doctor now.
Well, John, the entirety of the fight, that has been the target of his opponent. He has not adjusted defensively, and now he's paying for it. Now, somebody's going to have to save him.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Usman.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
What an absolute war it has been. Probably going to hold up in the fight of the year conversation, and I wouldn't be surprised to see both fighters at the hospital later tonight.
It just takes me back to certain fights. It takes me back to Michael Johnson against Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier. The best fights in the world is what I think about when I look at these two. From the blood, from the damage, to the heart and the spirit that these two have shown. I cannot believe that these guys have made it to a minute left in the fight with that type of ability.
Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Seconds now to go in the fight.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
20 seconds to go in the fight. Time winding down, final seconds of the fight. Oh man, that eye looks so swollen now. You've got to wonder whether or not that might be a fractured orbital. What a fight! 25 minutes turned in. The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buckley.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All three judges score this contest 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman.
All right, so judges' scorecards are needed. They are rendered, and they go to Kamaru Usman, your winner tonight by decision. I thought he fought pretty well tonight.
Well, I mean, we knew when his decision was going to be ready, it was going to be Usman. He fought well. He did everything he needed to do in order to earn this victory. Congratulations to the Nigerian Nightmare and his entire team.
And of course, most of his UFC fights have been of the championship variety, and this sets him up for a huge opportunity later this year. Congrats to a good man right there, Kamaru Usman.